Well, howdy everyone. These plants are out now for a week today. The weather has not been that kind. It's been cloudy, rainy, cool. Today it's kind of windy right now. They've been fertilized. We really haven't had much good growing weather. The temperatures have been cool. They've been down in the upper 60s, low 70s. The average is 75 for this time of year here. But that's for Seattle, and I'm about 60 miles north, and it's 2 or 3 degrees cooler here usually. We did have a fairly good day yesterday. It got up to 82 actually. Filtered sun, hazy. We really have not had a full sunny day since I set these plants out. And we've really only had one day where it's been above 70 degrees, and that was yesterday. So the plants aren't really looking that bad. I don't expect that you get a whole lot of growth in this weather. They were fed and the reservoirs are full. They were given a foliar spray also, and I don't know if that helped or not. I am seeing some peppers down in here, but I'm not seeing any new flowers yet. And well, there's a couple on this tomato here, and maybe it'll warm up. Normally July, the faucet turns off. July and August, you know, we tell everyone it rains here all the time, and that's partly true, but usually in July and August we have a really warm, dry summer. And this year July has been really unsettled. I've seen that before. Sometimes it doesn't really settle down to the middle of the month, and it looks like right now the weather forecast is for more of this unsettled weather for pretty much the next week. So it'll be drizzly, there'll be sun breaks, there'll be clouds. Temperature is supposed to go back up into the 70s, and these plants really need heat to do their thing, and so far they really haven't had much. So I can say I'm happy with the planters. They're doing what they need to do. I haven't had to water the plants or anything, and probably won't have to for a while if it's going to keep raining or drizzling. I'll keep an eye on them. The other stuff out here, well, you've seen these. These are carnivorous plants. And I've got a couple of babies over here. Now I've got these other plants that I got, and these are Roma tomatoes. And they've actually grown this past week. They were really root bound. And I got them really cheap. And they're doing okay. Wish I could say the same for the peppers that I got with that bunch, and something sure ate the hell out of that one. This kind of weather, you know, we have garden snails here and slugs, but the snails are not native, the slugs are. This Roma's got a flower on it actually. Now I've grown Roma tomatoes before, and they're kind of an egg-shaped tomato if you're not familiar with them. And they used to be pretty much advertised as a paste tomato, but they make a pretty good slicer. They're meaty and they taste good, and they're pretty early, and they're a bush variety. And actually, I kind of expect that these smaller ones here might do better than the big one I got in my GroBucket. So these are all, this is not a sip, it's just a bed planter. But again, it's cocoa and some grow stones or hydroton, and you've got a yucca that I have here that's coming back. It dies back in the winter, but it's coming now. This area is kind of sun restricted anyway. And then there's another yucca, and there's another Roma. And it's opening flower. I see a tomato here. I'll be darned. I guess I will get at least one tomato this year. And but they've generally done good. And the thing was, when I got them, they were so root bound and so small that I really didn't think it would be a good idea to put them in those planters. So I bought bigger plants to go in here. And I don't know what the deal with this leaf curl is. I don't know if it's just damage, or I'm gonna have to take a magnifying glass to it. It might have bugs. I'm seeing something on the underside. My eyes aren't that great, but I get a magnifier, I'll know for sure. It might have spider mites or something like that. Pretty common here. And nurseries, whatever they have in the greenhouse, if they don't kill it, it comes out and it's on the plants that you buy. Plus, people are out there handling stuff, and they come in and out of their gardens, and they bring stuff with them. So I will probably leave these planters outside. I thought about bringing them in the winter, because I was gonna maybe, try to grow some cannabis in them, but the risk of what you bring in, it's just not worth it. It's better to just get new buckets and new inserts. But the sub-irrigated planter idea is working really well, and I'm using it out here, and I'm using it in my grow rooms, and it's working really well. Plants get watered, but they don't get overwatered or underwatered. And so we'll continue this, and I will keep updating, and hopefully over the next week we will have some better weather and there'll be more going on. But until then, take care, happy gardening, and I'll see y'all later.